I deliberately set up a stand outside a bank, just to shine shoes for customers and secretly listen to their business conversations. Every time a customer left, I immediately wrote down what I heard in a notebook. Those scattered pieces of financial knowledge slowly ignited my ambition. When I got home, I handed the notebook to my father. I thought he would encourage me, but instead he poured cold water on me. He told me, no matter how smart I was, I would never make money here. So when I grew up, I moved to Los Angeles. I discovered that in wealthy neighborhoods, many houses stayed vacant for a long time, while my family was squeezed into a tiny room. We could afford the rent, but could not find a proper place to live. In that moment, I realized if I bought those empty houses and rented them to black families, it would be an opportunity. I set my eyes on an apartment building. It was overgrown with weeds, but the location was excellent. I immediately found the landlord and tried to buy it at a low price. He asked for $40,000, but I only had $30,000. I suggested paying the remaining balance. After all the units were rented out, the landlord appreciated my plan, but still refused. He did not want to take the risk. As I left in disappointment, I noticed the landlord's calendar. It was a gift from a local bank manager. Suddenly, I had an idea. Since I had no money, why not get a bank loan? I said goodbye to the landlord and rushed straight to that bank. I asked to meet the manager, but the front desk said he was not there, so I waited outside until the manager got off work. I walked up to him immediately, pretending to be the landlord's friend. I told him the landlord had introduced me and wanted to borrow $5,000, but the manager still rejected me. He did not want to work with black people. That night, the landlord called me. I thought he would scold me, but instead he admired my courage and was even willing to guarantee the loan for me. On the first day I bought the building, I rented it to a woman who urgently needed a place to live. Very soon, the once empty apartments were completely filled, and I quickly paid off the remaining balance. But business never stayed smooth. When I wanted to expand and walked into the bank again, that same manager still avoided me. I stood on the street, looked around, and realized there were 7 banks. Inside that office building, a crazy idea appeared in my mind. If I bought that building, the banks would no longer be able to ignore me. In America in the 1950s, it was almost impossible for black people to buy property, but I had already chosen the right person. His name was Matthew. He was a worker who had recently helped renovate my buildings. He was just an ordinary construction worker, but he never discriminated against black people. So, I presented him as a business professional and had him act on my behalf to buy the building. At night, the two of us stayed inside the building, calculating the numbers again and again. I made him memorize every detail. The original price of the building was $2.4 million, but through my calculations, we eventually paid only $1.56 million. When I walked into the building again, bank executives shook my hand. With the support of the banks, my real estate business expanded rapidly. At its peak, I owned 172 properties, built my own business empire, and finally, achieved my childhood dream.